Hi. You know that feeling when a train is going really fast and it feels like it will fly off the tracks? The race to find a COVID 19 vaccine feels a bit like that. In my last bulletin, I told you about how Oxford University and AstraZeneca omitted a few crucial details while announcing that their vaccine was 70% effective. Details like a manufacturing error, or that the group in which the vaccine performed better was younger and so had stronger immune systems to begin with. Once these facts became public, Serum Institute of India, which is manufacturing the vaccine under the name Covishield, said that they will continue to produce and test the vaccine. The CEO, Adar Poonawalla, met Prime Minister Narendra Modi and also said that SII will be applying for emergency approval in the next 2 weeks. Let's pause. Over the weekend, a 40-year-old Chennai-based man, a volunteer in phase 3 trials of Covishield, said that he suffered from serious neurological and psychological side effects. He was hospitalized for over 20 days until October 29th. He wants 5 crores and he wants all manufacturing and testing of the vaccine to stop. Serum Institute of India is suing him for 100 crores for defamation. They say that the volunteer was specifically informed that the complications that he suffered from were independent of the vaccine trial that he underwent. I'll quote from their statement. In spite of specifically being made aware of the same, he still chose to go public and malign the reputation of the company. Let's for a second assume the worst case, that the man is lying and he's out to make a quick buck out of a 20-day stint at a hospital. But Serum Institute of India violated vaccine development rules put in place by the World Health Organization, which say that if a serious adverse event is reported among any trial volunteer, they have to A. issue a public statement, B. inform all concerned regulatory and medical bodies, and C. pause the trial until all safety data is reviewed. SII did not go public. It kept that information from people while its CEO went on the record saying 100 million doses are coming soon. We don't know if safety data was reviewed at all, only internally, or sent to the Drug Controller General of India or DGCI before reaching the conclusion that the man's hospitalization had nothing to do with the vaccine. What we do know is that the DGCI and an ethics committee have initiated a probe into the Chennai volunteers' claims. I'll also remind you that this is not the first time that SII is breaking rules. In September, Oxford and AstraZeneca called for all vaccine trials across the world to be paused. A volunteer had fallen sick. They announced it publicly and said that they will review, regroup, and then move forward. Shortly after, they found out that the sickness had nothing to do with the vaccine and trials resumed. Except in India. Serum Institute of India never paused trials and was pulled up for the same by the DGCI, but of course nothing beyond the perfunctory rebuke. The larger point here is this: checks and balances exist precisely so that the vaccine train doesn't derail. They also ensure that the public doesn't get turned off or scared by the idea of vaccination, the WHO says. But I'll end with slightly better news. Delhi has seen a dip in COVID-19 cases in the last few days, allowing hospitals and healthcare workers to breathe slightly easy. Around 55% of hospital beds are now vacant in the capital. That's me for today. My name is Pallavi Prasad and I separate the news from the noise here at Newsworthy. We're a small, gritty team and we rely on your word of mouth to grow. So if you like this video, do leave us a comment with kind words or constructive feedback. If you're seeing this on YouTube, don't forget to click that subscribe button and bell icon. And if you're seeing this on Instagram or Facebook, please share this video and follow us. Thank you once again.